subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, today is a very special live stream. Yes, it's a live stream. There's just there's way too much good anime. Like, honestly, I can't remember a better time for the anime community in the past at least like 3 or 4 years. Honestly, I can't. October has just taken off. It's taken off. And I am not here alone. I am not here alone, guys. I am here with none other than the disappeared ghost. He's finally back on YouTube. Hopefully we get his channel to no longer be dead. Welcome back, my boy Sauerkraus. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you, man.
You can find me on my channel, Sauerkraus, where I'm planning on streaming tonight, actually, 8:45 or maybe 9 p.m. EST, where I'll be talking about the new Chainsawman episode. And oh my god, will we be talking about it? So
we'll be talking about it
here too.
We are going to discuss a few things about it, but we're going to be saving most of the Chainsawman conversation over to Sauerkraus's channel. We'll probably end up talking about Bleach as well over there, because I know know Sour is much more into Bleach than I am.
Yeah.
But there are so many anime to just catch up on. So before we dive deep into a Chainsawman and all of that, I think we should actually start with the one anime that honestly hasn't gone absolutely crazy. I say that, and it's actually gone absolutely crazy. I am, of course, talking about Spyxfamily. Dude, just the intro alone, the new intro for Spyxfamily, I absolutely love that new intro. I've been blasting it in my ears for the past, like, week. It's been great. But it's so funny because that show, it's so wholesome. It's so sweet. It's so adorable. You got the cute little girl, you got the cute little dog, and then they give you the story. The last couple of episodes, this arc literally is about, it's literally probably the darkest arc in the manga currently.
That's kind of debatable. Lloyd's past.
Not including, of course, Lloyd's backstory.
Yeah.
Because
including
Lloyd's backstory. That was really dark. But I have to admit, though, the whole thing with basically, and we can't get too much into detail because it's YouTube, obviously, but basically what the story is we got Anya, because she got a stellar star last time, and we all know how she got a stellar star. She gets her reward. She wants a little puppy. She wants a little doggy. She wants a cute one. Dude, I loved it when that they took her to the dog shelter, and they had like those 3 monster dogs.
Funny.
Dude, that was
really funny.
Oh, that was hilarious. But the story is, while she is looking for a dog, she actually ends up seeing and having this odd psychological connection, because we know that she is a telepath. She has a telepathic connection with the dog that can, for some reason, see into the future. Yep, see into the future. What she sees in the future is literally her family, literally the dog staring at her family, which is kind of cute, kind of sweet, makes her want to follow the dog, only to be basically abducted by bad guys, because it turns out that the dog is part of a certain explosive squad that they plan
basically.
to... Yes,
they plan to start a war.
They plan to start a war between the West and the East. I forget, we're in the West, right? But we're from the East.
Yeah. Lloyd is from the West, and he's trying to... Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
they're from the East.
First.
They're from the East, and Lloyd's from the West.
So they're in the East, then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I had that reversed. Yeah, no, it's interesting. So now she knows about out the plot, dude. Your man coming with those assassin skills.
Mhm.
Oh
Yours
my
the
god.
MVP.
Yes, she is, dude. I literally I jumped. I forgot that was in the manga completely. I jumped when she turned around and growled at the guy. I'm like,
Oh
oh
yeah,
dang,
that was really good. That was really
that
funny.
was an angry mother. You don't want to mess with an angry mother.
Scariest creature.
Scariest creature on the planet, man. Don't mess with an angry mother. Don't mess with an angry mother's kid. Let me tell you, that was terrifying. Dude, the way she kicked that guy and he bounced off of the walls,
Yeah,
like, oh my god, that was so funny, dude.
really funny.
Oh, dude. So of course, Anya, knowing the truth and seeing another vision from the future thanks to the dog, knowing that Lloyd is going to die, she decides she has to somehow stop evil from going. And I love the fact that, dude, it's not like we have all of these anime, right, where these little kids, about between the ages of 9 and 20 years old, mostly these little kids, mostly going into these grand epic battles and having these grand epic adventures, knowing what to do their entire lives, trying to be a hero, right? We have tons of anime stories like that.
Mhm.
Dude, Anya is just a little girl that doesn't even understand what peace is, really. All
Mhm.
she knows is that it's good. She just wants to help her daddy out and keep her family together. Like that's the thing. She just wants a family, and now that she has it, she doesn't want to lose it. So
Very
she's going
sweet.
in this, and she does not understand. She thinks she does. She does not understand the levels of what she's actually
She
doing.
really doesn't.
She doesn't. So her and the dog run off. They make an excuse that they gotta get toilet paper for their dad, which is hilarious. They run off, get away from Yor. Dude, she doesn't even know how to tell time. There's this whole segment where she literally asks an old man how to tell time. He says it's gonna be 30 minutes, and she's like, 30 minutes? I don't have a lot of time. Wait a minute, how long is 30 minutes? She doesn't even know how to tell time. It's one of the most
She's gonna try and
adorable
save the
little
day.
things. Yet she's the one that's going to literally save them from a absolutely terrifying explosion, starting a war. That's great. So eventually, she and the dog do get climb up to the clock tower. She does find the explosive, and she literally puts on gloves, acting like she's about to disarm this thing.
She's
Yeah,
adorable.
because okay, you gotta admit this. In any other anime, she would know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the fact that in this anime, this very cute little wholesome anime with this very cute little girl, I appreciate the fact that she does not know how to disarm a bomb.
Mhm.
So eventually, she sees ketchup, and she gets the idea. I don't even know how she crawled back through the window. She obviously did, but it's the idea to literally leave her father a message. Literally, she says, "I'm leaving my father a message in blood. It's ketchup. It's ketchup." Luckily, Lloyd does understand the message, and luckily did not explode. Now, that, of course, leads Lloyd to question who left the message, because he does not know about Anya. He does not know that Anya has powers, or the fact that she's even with a dog at this point with crazier powers than her. I mean, God, telling the future of all things. How crazy is that? Yep, but Lloyd really doesn't have time to question what is going on as the cops show up. He goes after the guy that actually plans the whole explosives, and it ends up fighting a dog, and they end up literally, oh, those jerks. The cliffhanger of the episode is literally him about to shoot a dog.
Yeah.
The hero about to shoot a dog. No anime spoilers. Oh, what the hell? I'll just tell you the dog actually died. No, we're not. We have read the manga. We know what happens.
I'm gonna be honest,
going
I
to
do
tell
not
you
remember.
whether or not the dog died.
I don't remember, honestly.
You don't remember the dog
It's been
died?
a while.
I actually do. I actually do. Do you think he shot the dog? Okay, I'll tell you this. He did shoot the dog. I'm not going to say if the dog died or not.
Okay, so the dog didn't die.
No, he didn't die. Thank God. Oh my God. But, yeah, no, actually, the way I can't say it, I don't want to spoil it, but the way it ricocheted, actually, it was a really cool scene in the manga. I can't wait to see it animated. I wonder if they're even going to animate it. I hope so. I really want to see the very next scene. But that cliffhanger, for any of you anime onlys, that probably scared you. Granted, this is probably the scariest part of the anime you have seen yet. Let me tell you, the story gets only wilder from here. And a lot cuter. And a lot cuter. Okay, that's enough Spyxfamily talk. The next one to talk about, man, Mob Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Mob Psycho 300. For me, out of every single anime that has been coming out, and granted, I've been excited about Chainsawman and Bleach. I completely forgot that Bleach was coming out. It's awesome that Bleach came out.
Finally.
But the anime that I have been mostly anticipated for the entire time has been Mob Psycho 100. And this episode did not disappoint at all. Now, Mob Psycho is one of those really funny anime because you think you're getting one thing when really you get something totally different and totally better. Like a lot of people think Mob Psycho is like either a really weird action-packed anime, when really it's actually just a story about how a kid's journey through life. It's actually a lot.
Although there is a lot of action.
There is a lot of action, and he does it.
There's a fair amount, and it's really fucking good. It looks amazing.
It is. Dude, to have Reagan back.
I love Reagan.
Reagan was the champ of this episode, too, I'm telling you. Absolutely. So, Mob, this episode, you know, everyone's getting ready for high school. He's in middle school. Everyone's getting ready for high school. And Mob is kind of stuck, not knowing what he wants to do with the future. He's never really known what he wants to do other than protect his family. You know, that's it. That's all he basically wants to do. But now he's got to question himself: what does he actually wants to do in the future? Does he just want to work for Reagan his entire life? You know, because he could. He could. It's not like Reagan would complain having Mob working for him his entire life, right?
No, he won't.
But yeah, and as he goes on through the episode, he talks to his people, so some of his buddies from, and it's actually great to see the trading guys again.
Yes.
The
Body
bodybuilding
Improvement Club.
The Body Improvement Club.
I love
it's
them.
great to see them
Greatest
again.
character of all time.
They are the greatest characters in the show.
I also appreciated how the little subtle joke where everybody there, everybody in the Body Improvement Club had low scores except for one, except for one tall dude. He was like number 2.
Who's gonna be a doctor?
He was like
He literally said he was gonna be a doctor or something.
He had a higher score than Mob's crush, who took 5th place out of 300.
Dude, he had second. His score was number 2.
my god. Everybody
His
else
score was
in
number
Buddy
2 out of
was
like 350
stupid.
kids. His score was the second highest in the
I
school.
really appreciate when I read that, I'm like, excuse me? I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
And no, it was even funnier. I forget the kid's name, but remember that they then started teasing the guy that was lifting weights, which he's gotten bigger arms. It's good
Oh, yeah.
to see him.
He used to be he was a bad guy in season 1.
Yeah, bad guy
Not
is
really
kind of a
bad guy.
hard word. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just a bad kid. He
Yeah.
was a bully kid. He was a bully kid who got bullied, who wanted to bully others, who, thanks to Mob and learning his own lessons and going through his own character arc within the story, which it's amazing. He has almost no focus when it comes to Mob Psycho, and yet you just understand his whole story. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great writing when you can actually give a character an arc and that has little to no screen time at all. Like, he has almost no screen time, but it was nice to see him too.
Mhm.
It was nice to catch up on all of them. And then Mob goes to work. Mob sees Reagan. He, of course, asks Reagan, because he always asks Reagan. Reagan is his master. He asks Reagan what to do, where should he do in the future, you know? And Reagan's like, oh, you gotta work here, you know? But it's great, and he even asked Reagan why he did this job, and Reagan didn't exactly want to answer it, but he did, you know. Eventually, though, he had to admit that at the end it was a lie. This is why Reagan is the champ of this episode, because Reagan, you know, as much of a scam artist as Reagan is, he does care for Mob, and just that whole thing about that little flashback that he has about the day he met Mob. Mob's the reason why he started the job. I mean, he started the job, thought he was going to get tired after 2 weeks, and then quit. That's what he said. He started on a whim. And that's what's really funny, because now that I think about it, I actually started YouTube completely on a whim. It was completely a whim that I decided to click away from Star Wars Theories video that night, and ended up finding Nindroid and meeting all of you. Sometimes just doing things on a whim ends up being the best parts of your life. So I really kind of felt that from Reagan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was the best part of the episode. But dude, he was, yeah, dude. Reagan literally. I can't remember. What's the new guy's name?
Taki. No,
It's really hard because it's Japanese names. You know, it's really hard because it's a Japanese name.
Takanaka.
I'm gonna call it Takanaka, but I can't
it's not
remember.
Takanaka. That's someone else.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna call him Takanaka. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was really fun to see him just absolutely teasing. Yeah, he was the Umbrella villain last season. It was absolutely fun just to see Reagan basically tease him.
Yeah, that was nice. That was cute.
Dude, that was hilarious when Reagan Zerizara. I'm gonna call him Zara because I can't pronounce his whole name correctly. Like you can.
Serizawa. That's his name.
Yeah, so
I'm looking now.
So Zara, I'm gonna call him Zara. So Zara's the new guy, and it was so funny that at Reagan, he's like shaking the doll and all that, and then he just puts on a serious face and acts like Zara should have just told him that. He was faking the entire time. There's no way Reagan knew that doll was cursed. Dude, just those skills, those cheat skills of his are so funny. And dude, the rice trick, the sticky rice trick at the end.
Oh yeah.
Reagan is the best, easily the best character in Mob Psycho. I can't get enough of them. But that is it for the first episode of Mob Psycho. I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode. I think it comes out on tomorrow.
Yep.
I thought it came out on Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday.
Oh, is tomorrow? Oh, I'm an idiot. Because I thought today was Monday.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do, if I don't do a review for it, I'll probably do another live stream like this next week, talking about all the news that we've gathered from the anime of what we've seen, because there's been a heck of a lot. There's been some really good anime this season. With that said, moving on to none other than, drumroll, Bleach. Bleach is back. Dude, that was a great way to bring back Bleach. That was a great first episode. After 10 years. And dude, let me tell you,
I was so happy when we saw Ichigo and the gang all together again.
Yep. Dude, let me tell you, and you know, I haven't talked much about it. I have to here. The animation, don't get me wrong, Spyxfamily's animation, crisp, clean. When it comes to Mob Psycho's animation, it's a little bit different, it's a little bit wacky, but it's
really
crisp,
only 2D
clean.
for Mob Psycho.
Yeah, and I'm not even kidding when it comes to Bleach. I'm sorry, man. I know I was talking to you about Chainsaw's animation. I actually think Bleach had better animation than Chainsawman yesterday, man. The animation was so crisp and clear.
And his fight with
Bleach has never looked that good.
Oh, man. Studio Pierrot, however the hell you pronounce it, put everything behind it. Oh, my God. And
everything. Everything. It looks so good.
It looks amazing.
Yep. So, just to give you a rundown of what the story has been. So, it's been a bit since we've seen Ichigo and the rest of the gang. Not only inside the universe, but in our lives as well. Ichigo is, I think he's only like 17 still, right? Or am I wrong?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I don't think he's 18 yet. But suddenly, for some reason, all of the hollows around the planet are disappearing, and not only in the living world, but in the I forget what they call it, the Asphera world. I forget what they call it.
Soul Society.
The Soul Society world, yeah. All of the hollows just seem to be disappearing, and they can't figure out why. Turns out that there's another new bad guy on the scene, which is really interesting to find out. Meanwhile, we got these two other just new soldiers for the Soul Society going out, working for just doing their job. Apparently, they're trying to make sure that Ichigo has a little bit of a break, apparently, which obviously is not going to work because these two are probably... They literally almost died. If it was not for Ichigo in the game, they would have died.
They would have been murdered. They were close.
But, yeah, dude, they were not even close to the powers that they need to defeat all of the hollows. And, dude, there was just, like, so many, just out of nowhere. There were, like, 40 hollows just coming out. And that was great, because we know how powerful some of these hollows can be, especially the ones... with I can't remember, you know, the weird looking ones, not like the normal little ones, the weird looking ones. There were like 5 of them surrounding the entire building, and a bunch of little ones crawling up it. Dude, those things are just massive in power, and just to see that was just a great way to introduce us back to the game. Literally, the first one that shows up is I can't remember her name. Orihime. Coming out, she defeats a couple of them. He heals the soul ears that needs to be healed. The soul weepers that need to be healed. Did I say soul ear?
Yeah.
That's another great anime. You guys should watch that. Yeah. But my God, that was great. And then out of nowhere, they all just show up. And I really
First
like
was
the fact that
Orihime.
Ichigo is just standing there. And dude, they do that Bankai pause.
Bonkai.
It's not Bankai, it's Bankai! Dude,
That's the right way to say it.
that's the right way to say it.
Bonkai!
That's
So
the right
good.
way to say it.
So much fun to say.
Dude, and dude, okay, so the Bankai has always Ichigo Bankai has always looked really cool, don't get me wrong. But like the effects, the special effects that they've added to his sword for this season just blew us out of the water. Blew my mind. It looks just so good, so clean. And then of course you got the Soul Society who gets attacked. And then some dude shows up at
Well, so
literally
get
just
attacked. People are just missing, but like
yeah.
they don't know how they're missing because they're only footprints like in one concentrated area, and it's very confusing. Big mystery.
It is.
And then a dude.
I'm not manga reader. Sour over here has read the manga, and he has told me that the Thousand Blood arc is the best arc of the show. Correct?
Personally, I feel that way. Some other people would disagree. Some would say Arankar Saga, which makes sense. Some would say
that was a great arc.
Screw you, basic bitch.
Soul
If you say
Society.
Soul Society arc, you're a basic bitch. Fuck you, basic.
Soul Society was pretty good though.
So your Soul Society was great, but if it's your favorite, shut up.
Yeah, because you haven't seen the rest of Bleach yet. Go. If you've only seen Soul Society and that's your favorite, you have no idea what's coming up next. The only people who would say Soul Society is their favorite arc are the people who haven't seen the rest of the anime yet.
Honestly, they're like, I heard it gets worse after Soul Society, so guess I won't finish it. And
it actually gets really good. Again, the animation is just fantastic. And then, literally, they just show up at Ichigo's front door. Not even his front door. They show up at his window, literally standing on top of his bed.
He's eating, like, with Orihime and all his friends.
They're just eating bread, dude.
And this dude comes in like, hey, yo, want to fight?
And I got to take a sec to talk about that scene, too, man, because it was great. It's been years since we seen any of the gang, and to just have a scene just to slow down after all of the action, after getting the guys back, seeing them all together again, we just get this small scene where they actually just feel like friends. They feel like they've been together forever. Which for a lot of the anime fans, not necessarily me, but I can bet that scene meant a lot for the Bleach fans, because Bleach actually has a lot of moments where it's honestly just Ichigo hanging out with his friends. Mm-hmm. So that was just great to see. I really liked that scene where while the two soul defeaters were running around, just trying to catch up, you have them just goofing off eating bread in the corner of the room. Like, that was great. But they've just done, you can tell that they've just done this for years and they don't even care. Not years, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I love that group.
Like they just did it yesterday. It's not that big of a deal. It's part of their daily routine. That was a great scene. But no, they ended the fight with an awesome fight. Now, for some reason, they want his Bankai, and they actually had the one guy had the ability to possibly take his Bankai. Something that we thought was impossible. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be really interesting. Why would they want? Granted, Ichigo's Bankai, also, I believe, is the strongest Bankai ever.
Well, I wouldn't say the strongest, but like his is really strong. I think they just want to steal basically all the Bankais. I'm pretty sure, but
that could be the case. I thought they were going after him specifically for the Bankai, which I guess they are. But what I mean is, I thought that they were only going after his Bankai and no one else's. So I'm wrong. It's gonna be interesting to see where that leads to.
What's really interesting is that the person he was fighting, named Ebern, he had an Arankar mask. He had an Arankar mask, but he had a
Yeah.
pendant, and his weapon
Yeah.
was like a Quincy,
That
which
that's
confused Ichigo to all ends. He was like, "Huh?"
it confused me to all in because as a Quincy
Which
with
is
a mask.
dead, right?
Yeah, all the Quincy died.
Apart from Uryu and his father, they should all be
So
dead. So how the
so
hell?
could it be that he was a Quincy that died that turned into a I don't know yet. He could turn into a hollow and then gained more power until he turned into this form. I don't know yet.
And then there's
Obviously.
that mustache dude at the end, and who's sitting, and
Oh
dude
yeah,
literally just chopped off
the
one of
crown.
his subordinates' arms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, that was crazy.
I can tell you his
And
name if you want, if you don't know already.
go ahead.
His
Yeah, I
name's
don't know
Yawatch.
his name. You say again?
Yawatch.
You watch.
Yhawch.
You watch.
Yawatch.
For
He's not
some
as good
reason,
as-
I have.
or-
Yeah,
what's-
for some reason, I have this feeling that he's probably just going to be not the main villain that we think he's going to be. I don't know why, but an old scruffy old man like that, I don't really see Ichigo having much of a problem defeating him. I don't care that he tore his guys all off. We'll see though. We'll see. I could be wrong about that.
I really want to say something right now, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
So
All right. So, with that said, dude, the first episode of Bleach. Again, I haven't been giving reigns, but Bleach, that was obviously a 8 out of 10, possibly a 9.
I gave it a 9.
That was so
I
good.
gave it a 9, yeah.
I'll give it 9 too. Spyxfamily, 9. Mob Psycho, 9. They're all just 9s. That's my range for everything. The only thing I will give a straight out 10 for, and I'm not even kidding, I loved the episode, Chainsawman, which we won't discuss too much because we plan to do that mostly on Sauerkraut's stream later on tonight. Please, guys, if you guys haven't go over to my buddy Sour's channel, click subscribe. You're not gonna want to miss our chainsaw talk. But with that said,
Biggest Chainsaw Man fan.
what do you want to talk about Chainsaw Man? Go ahead and say something good about Chainsaw Man.
Oh Lord, everything about
Dude,
it.
everything.
It's amazing. I want to go in further on my own stream about why I love this episode so much and like the amazing opening. I cannot wait to
Dude,
talk
the
about
opening, the music was so good, and not just the music, but the visuals were so
Visuals were
good.
amazing. Literally,
Yeah,
like literally has little stories during it too, which
yeah.
again I won't talk. I really want to talk about right now, but like the little stories in like it's so good and the movie
Is-
references that it has. It references so many movies in the beginning that I didn't even notice. I was wondering like why does it feel so like when I first watched it, I was like, why does it feel like the beginning feels so disconnected? And I like realized, oh, those are references to other movies since Fujimoto, the author of Chainsaw Man, is a huge movie nerd.
Yeah, he's
Huge
a huge
movie nerd.
movie guy.
And
Dude.
so cool. Great
Yeah,
opening.
and again, I don't want to go too far into the story, but just based on the episode, I will say this. So we meet Denji, and he's just a little guy. He's just a kid, really. He's stuck
16-year-old kid.
on a tough life. That's what he is. He's in the gutter. He has no chance of getting out. When his dad passes away, he ends up meeting. Yep. He ends up meeting Pochida, a little devil, a little chainsaw devil, and oh my god, Pochida is so darn
He's
cute.
adorable.
In the form of a dog, literally in the form of a dog. He makes friends with it, and the two of them start working together. They do odd jobs that Denji needs to do to hopefully pay off the funeral money that he owns. which
No, he owes
really,
the
really
Yakuza
sucks.
debt.
Yeah,
Because
he
his father-
he owes a lot of
They
money.
didn't really meet him. He owns like 38
Yeah.
million yen. He even sells his own kidney, his eyeball, his ball.
With oh god, yeah. So yeah, eventually he's just trying to do his life. At the same time, he's dreaming of a normal life. This kid lives in the gutter. And it's great because he just wants the simple life that we all take for granted. Like I literally just had a bowl of Doritos here. That kid probably never had Dorito before in his entire life. Like just that was great. And eventually that's all he wants. He wants a normal life, but he gets stuck meeting none other than the zombie devil, which kills him. Yes, the
Literally kills
zombie
him.
devil kills him. He's dead.
The Yakuza
He's done.
betrays him. Not really betrays,
Yeah,
but-
guys. So if you guys expected a lot of Chainsawman, no, you guys are wrong. Chainsawman,
Yeah, that's where it
literally the
ends.
main character just died, so it's the end of
That's the end of the series.
Chainsaw Man.
My favorite.
Yep, it's the end of the series. What a great series!
I know.
Literally.
Emotional side.
Yeah, very emotional. Very emotional. But hero never even wins. He never even gets up. Nope. Once he dies, Pochida, the Chainsaw Devil, decides he wants to see his dream come true. He wants him to live a normal life. So he gives him his heart. Literally, he fuses with his dead body, bringing him back to life, giving him the powers of Chainsaw Man, and winning the day. That is the story of the first episode of Chainsaw Man. The animation, fantastic. Again, it's the second best animation I've seen this week, which is really hard to do considering I've watched both Mob Psycho and it's better animation than Mob Psycho. Again, I would say the animation that we saw for Bleach was better than the animation for Chainsaw Man. That doesn't mean Chainsaw Man looked terrible though. The the animation
And the
is so good.
CGI too looked amazing.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't even tell it was CGI.
At some points you can tell, especially when Denji's like standing still near the end. But like for the most part, it looks really good. It looks amazing.
It really does. It really does. And speaking of animation, I do want to make a separate video for this as well. But it's actually true that I think what's his name, Mr. Beast, I think is his name.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Beast actually is trying. He actually is trying to get basically Naruto Kai. What I mean by that is, if you guys don't know, there's Dragon Ball Z, and then there's Dragon Ball Z Kai, which Dragon Ball Z Kai cuts out most of the filler and then reanimate Dragon Ball Z to look way better than it ever had before. He basically wants to do that for Naruto. After the 20th special they gave us with the crispest, cleanest animation we've ever seen of Naruto ever, he wants to actually give us the entire show like that. If he can just do the first arc, if he can just give us the first arc of Naruto in that type of animation, in the modern day animation that we've been seeing from great animes like Bleach, like Chainsaw Man, to have that type of animation in Naruto, especially the early days of Naruto, dude, that would be insane because Naruto is my first anime ever. So I of course I want that to happen so badly. Dude, I want it to happen so badly. Please, I hope it does. I hope it comes true. What are your thoughts about that, Sour?
Yeah, that would be really fucking awesome if he does do that. Although he needs to speak with the studio behind Naruto, Studio Pierrot,
Yeah.
However the fuck you say
Also
it.
Kishimoto.
And Kishimoto
Which
too.
I think Kishimoto would be cool with it if he
Yeah,
didn't really
I don't
have
know
to do
about
much
Pierrot.
with it. But it's the studio that I think the studio is gonna be the biggest
Yeah.
struggle to get the acceptance from.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, guys, let us know down in the comments below about these amazing, great anime. This great anime season. There's so much good coming out. There's so much good coming in the near future as well. I cannot wait for it. With that said, again, go check out my buddy Sauerkraut's channel because we will be live on his channel later on tonight, talking much more in depth on Chainsawman as our personal thoughts on it. My personal thoughts on it, just without spoilers, even though I gave the whole story away. It was a fantastic episode. I cannot wait to dive more into it later on tonight with Sauerkraut. Sour, go ahead and tell the people what they can find you.
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Sauerkraut, and Discord is Sauerkraut number 4433. That's about it.
And you guys can find me, of course, on Nindroid channel, Austinator's channel, and of course on my buddy Sour's channel, which is finally going to be brought back from the dead, much like Bleach was. Bleach was brought back from the dead along with Sauerkraut's channel. Hopefully.
Hell yeah.
So we'll be talking about that later on tonight. Please go ahead and check us out on Sauerkraut's channel. With that said, click subscribe because, again, I plan to make a lot more anime videos. I plan to make a lot more DC videos as well as Ninjago videos. I actually have a couple more Ninjago videos planned for you guys. So, again, the channel, I have a lot planned for the channel. So, hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. And come and click subscribe. And I can't thank you guys enough for, especially on the Ninjago videos, because my Ninjago videos, every single one of them this week has over 100 views each one. I can't thank you guys enough for that, and I hope you guys not only, especially those who like Ninjago, not only stick around for all the other stuff that I am going to be making videos on, because again, I got a lot planned for the future. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.